So now I'm going to show you like what to do like when you start the exam. The exam usually look like this. So usually this A1 and A2 are on one page, even though they write that they are in a different page. Usually when you get it, A1 and A2 are in one page, A3 and A4 are in one page, BE and BE is in one page, BR is in one page, B3 is in one page, and B4 is in one page. So it is 4 pages, you should know. And now C1, it has usually you have 2 pages to write your answer, and 2 or 3 pages for these 4 problems. So usually, like when you do the contest, you are required to write the participant identification prior to 5 minutes prior to the competition. So first, let's see you need to write your given name here and last name here. Remember, write your passport name, because failure to print legibly or provide complete information may result in your exam being disqualified. This exam is not considered valid unless it is accompanied by your proctor's or teacher's signed form. This too, no matter what you are, no matter whether you are really there, you're really in CJAP, you must write yes. If you don't write yes, you are going to disqualify immediately. And the date of birth, okay, that is required. You must write same to your passport. If you don't write it, you will be disqualified again. Grade, you should know what your grade and gender is, okay. Option email address, because you write it. If you write it, you are able to get the newest notification from them. So let's see. Now we talk about some strategies. Let's make use of the year 2018. Based on my opinion, like 2020 is difficult. The difficulty of 2020 is going to be same or even harder. Mostly it will be harder than this year because of the COVID, right? So in the COVID things that problems will be harder than expected. So I'm going to show you like first, these 4 problems, I think you can't spend more than 4 minutes on them. If you spend more than, you find that after 4 minutes you don't have any idea, then skip. This is going to be a hard problem. It's because it is hard to understand, like when I first do it. So let's see B. You usually will spend around 20 to 40 minutes. So usually you need to have 20 minutes to done this problem, A1 and B2, B1 and B2. Make sure they are correct. Make sure B1 and B2 are correct. If they are not correct, you might not have the time to change it, because C3 and C4 are extremely difficult. So you need to make sure that B1 and B2 are definitely correct. So after you get B2 right, after you get B2, then you go to B3 and B4. Usually you won't be like struggling with B3 because B3 is relatively easy most of the year, but B4 isn't. So B4 you usually will spend some time stuck on it. So I think that if you can, just skip B4. Just skip it immediately and come back to write it afterwards. For the C problems, I suggest that what you should do is, let's see the problems. If you think that the problem is easy, then just write all 3 problems. If you don't think it is easy, then write the first 2 problems for each C section. For the C1 and C2 and C3, I suggest you to at least write A and B. For the C4, it depends on you. Depends whether you understand. Whether you can get the problem or not. By the way, I think that this is very hard. Actually, no problem. Problem C is extremely difficult. I have to say that hot flakes taste good actually. So after you have done this one section, you can get 6 times 3, 18 points, 18 plus x, 18 plus 2, 20. 20 plus 38 plus 16. So after you get the first procedure, you can get 54 points done. So now what you can do is like you get, oh, I forget this. So you get 10 plus 6 plus 6 is 22. 22 plus 18 is 40. 40 plus 16 is 56. So then what you need to do is you need to try this. Try the first problem for C4 and the rest C3 problem. I mean the problem 3 of C2 and C3 and B4. So you try this 4 problem. The priority is based on hardness is C2 problem 3 first, then B4, then C3 problem 3, then C4 problem 2. After you have done this procedure, you can just do the rest of the C3 like based on your time schedule. So you can get that. I think that if you go this process, you can at least get 50 points. Listen, for grade 8, 9, or even 10, 50 points is eligible for you to get into the top schools in British Columbia, but not Ontario. Everyone in Ontario is genius, actually. But not Ontario. So here is my strategy. And here we come to the end of this chapter, and I hope you have learned a lot. See you next week. Bye.